Walk Baby Club families. Today we are outside because learning happens everywhere, in and especially including outside. So it might be that you're with your baby waiting for the bus with your older child. You might be at the metro parks. You might be in your front yard, walking to the grocery store. Wherever you are, you can learn. So we can learn with all of our senses. We're going to do a word walk today, and we are going to review talk, sing, read, play, which are our baby brain building words. We use our senses to learn, so we can think about million-dollar words. It's a good way to try and kind of cue yourself to think of different words you can use. So I like to think about my senses and hearing. I hear a train in the background. Do you hear that? There was the train is going by. Just a minute ago, I heard a siren while I was talking. Let's close our eyes and see what else we can hear. Hear what else we can hear. Birds chirping. There are so many things we can learn about and words we can talk about just by using our sense of hearing. And it will help your child also build their attention span if you can focus them on specific things. And believe it or not, later on, reading comprehension involves a lot of visualization. So closing your eyes and listening and picturing that in your head really will help them with reading later. What else? We can see things. So let's review our spatial concept words. I can look above me, up high, and what do I see? Blue sky with no clouds. I see tree branches with beautiful green leaves fluttering in the wind. And there's even little pokey seed pods on them. So we've used our hearing, our vision. Don't forget, let's point. Let's use our vision to see things far away too, because pointing predicts who's going to have accelerated vocabulary later on. I see a sign because we're at the library. Wait a minute. If you really look with your eyes, you can look inside the sign, in the map, and inside the letters, there are birds' nests. That is so cool. And if we weren't with our baby grown-ups, 10 to 1, we wouldn't notice these really cool things. So we've used hearing, we've used seeing. Let's try to use our sense of touch. So I'm touching this leaf. It's pretty smooth, but it has a ridge down the middle, which is bumpy. What else? There's the tree bark. I think this is a birch tree because birch trees are white, but I'm not a tree expert. Don't worry, grown-ups. Describe what you see, even if you're not 100% sure. So it's a white tree, maybe a birch tree. It has a rough bark. So you can put your baby's hand up to it or your toddler and explore. We can count the different trunks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they have little branches sticking out and bumps or knots in the tree. Lots of million-dollar words. Now, sometimes we'll use our sense of taste to explore. Probably not with what I have right here with me, but remember that's something else you can focus in on, and your sense of smell. So there's something about fresh cut grass that smells really good. So you can try to explore with all your senses and use lots of million-dollar words on your word walk. So our second 4-letter word that we're going to talk about on our word walk is sing. Remember, you do not have to have a good voice to sing for your baby to learn something from it. You're training their ear for phonics. Tag songs are awesome. So basically, you make up your own song to an established tune. So something like Baba Black Sheep. You can say, I went walking, what did I see? What did I see? I see a green bush, I see a dried, crinkly leaf looking at me. Or use a different tune, like row, row, row your boat. Walk, walk, walk and stop. Remember, starting and stopping activities teach inhibitory control, which is self-control or emotional regulation. So, walk, walk, walk and stop. What do we see? Purple flowers and a pole that clink, clink, clinks. That is what I see. Or let's do one more just for an example. Like here we go around the mulberry bush. Here we go round the flagpole, the flagpole, the flagpole. Here we go round the flagpole. Now we stop. What is above us, above us, above us? What is above us? A flag on the pole. Right now it is not waving in the wind. Sometimes when it is windy, the flag waves in the wind. So point all those things out to your child. Sing, even if you don't think you're a good singer. Sing, it will break up the monotony in your life and your child's gonna love it. And you're gonna be building their brain, getting them ready for reading and phonics. So our third four-letter word on our word walk that we want to remember and use is read. There's lots of cool books that you can get from the library and read at home. I'm going to show you how you can take a few of them and how you can use the book as a stepping stone for learning on your word walk. So this book is Peekaboo Morning by Rachel Isadora. And in the book, peekaboo, remember, use gestures and actions. I see my puppy. We can use that same concept when we go for a walk. Peekaboo, I see a green glass wall. Peekaboo, I see a gray bench with rails. So that's one way you can use a book. Another cool book by Sue Williams called I Went Walking has a little script. I went walking. See how I'm walking the book? We're using gesture. What did you see? I saw a green duck looking at me. So let's use that script on our word walk. I went walking. What did you see? I saw a green leaf looking at me. I went walking. What did you see? I saw a piece of bark scratching at me. So that's another way you can use a script from a book and transfer it to real life. Remember we talked about imitating and expanding? So you imitate your child's action and then you expand. Baby Parade is a great book for that. So we're saying wave to the baby in the big red wagon. Wave. I like to expand that and do one more action. So I would say wave to the baby in the big red wagon. Beep his nose. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. So we can do that on our walk. If you're holding your child up and your child grabs the branch, you can say grab and shake, shake, shake. Grab, shake, shake, shake. So you're imitating and you're expanding. Those are just a couple examples of how you can use books and reading to enrich your child's world even when you're out and about. We're going to talk about my favorite four-letter word next, or it's hard to say what's the best, but playing is something that we get to do because we have a little kid, and it's an excuse. So I used to tell my families, if you can't be silly when you have a little kid, you'll never get another chance. So playing obviously is a great way to build the brain. Let's talk about some ideas of how we can do this outside. First of all, just because you're outside doesn't mean you don't need to have a book with you. Strollers, baby bags, backpacks are great for throwing in an extra board book. So today I've got my Brown Bear, What Do You See by Bill Martin and Eric Carle. And kids love gimmicks, especially toddlers, but you can do this with your baby. It will help you point out words to them. So this is just a paper towel roll cut in half. Your older children, remember it's good for them to hold crayons, and peeling stickers with supervision helps build those fine motor skills for your toddlers. But you can use the script of this book Brown bear, what do you see? I see a red bird looking at me. And you can use your binoculars, $1 million word. When you have a word with lots of syllables, you can clap it out. Binoculars. That's going to help them with later phonics. Baby, what do you see? I see a red dump truck looking at me. So this is a gimmick. One of my baby club friends who was 2 used these for 6 months until they were afraid and took them everywhere. And you better believe that helped her learn a lot of $1 million words. Just being outside, sitting in the grass, it's a sensory experience, the grass on their toes, bringing a ball. Remember we talked about turn taking? You can roll the ball back and forth to your baby. If you have a tiny baby, you can bounce on the baby's cheek, or be silly and put it on your head. Throw the ball, clap. See how many claps you can do. Remember that game Popcorn? Your kid will think it's funny and cute. Bubbles are the best. Remember spatial concepts? Bubbles can help us practice them. They're in front of me. They're above my head. Splash. So, and blowing bubbles back and forth with your child is a way to take turns. A truck or a dump truck. If you don't have a truck, you can use a paper towel roll and push it back and forth. Stick grass inside. It's going through. Woo, it came out the bottom. Or load up your dump truck with grass. If they're allergic, use something else. Rocks, pebbles, pine cones, whatever. And tip dump. So lots of different things we can do with toys and playing. Forward, backward, beep, beep. Have fun. Even when you don't have toys, roll down the hill. Pull the grass. Enjoy. Have fun with your child. They're only this little once. Be silly, make them laugh. You're gonna have so many fun memories that you're creating and you're building their brain.